I realized after I got ready today that I'm telling you how this is an everyday look, and for most people you're like, you have a fur vest on, a smoky green eye, and faux diamond jewels. Good everyday look, Megan. Great job. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I know it has been a hot minute since I was on here, so thank you for your patience. And I wanted to do a video today that gets really requested by clients and different people that I talk to, is like how to do an everyday contour highlight. I was at a party over Christmas and the girl was like, oh, I knew I was going to see you tonight, and I thought, like, should I do a contour, should I not? And I just didn't know, and I was like, girl, if ever the opportunity presents, do the contour. Like, that's just hashtag rule of life. So let's get started. This is going to be a talk through, might be a little longer than usual, but people ask me how to do my foundation, how to do everything. So I thought, like, let's just show it real deal. Okay, so Makeup Forever and Motives. I'm like a strange color for myself right now. Haven't had time to spray tan, so Sally Hansen airbrush legs. Not just for the legs, folks. It's all over in this region. So if you see a difference in color, doesn't show up too bad on camera, but in real life, brown, white. Okay, so I take my foundation and I'll usually, so this is a darker one, so I'm just gonna do some on here. You want to err on the side of being a teeny bit lighter in your foundation, but just know when you highlight, you're going to add a lot of light to your face. So it's okay to go with like a borderline color as long as you really know how to blend it out along your neck. I'll show you what I do. I'm going to use my favorite brush. I'm just putting a teeny bit on my hand here. And the lighter color, so you can see those colors are pretty different. Don't be scared, girl. Try it out. This always, it's just, life is a balance, right? Makeup's a balance, life's a balance. So I have my lighter color, darker color, and then I'm going to take my most favorite foundation brush right now. I love the Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki, but this is my new fave. It Cosmetics Airbrush Complexion Perfection Brush number 115. Dying for this brush. Like, this is my favorite. So soft, first of all. So I just take it and I start stippling on my skin. That's when you push, and don't mind this like hot mess of breakouts I have right here. So unusual for me, but I'm trying out new skincare, new detergents, new everything, holidays, purging, eating good, whatever. My skin looks crazy. So anyways, back to the stippling. So I'm pushing into the skin. I'm not trying to like rub all over, because if you rub, you're just gonna swipe back and forth and you're gonna basically wipe off the product or have those lines, you know, those like wet swipe lines, which ain't nobody want. So pushing this in. And then, like I said, if you're nervous about the color, go along here. Start out a little bit less is more, especially because I already have Sally working on my face. I don't need a ton more. Let's see, but we do need to cover up this stitch. So just let's fast forward through this part while I cover this baby up. Better. I wanted to preface this too first by saying that you should have your skincare together before we start all this. Like, don't be putting all contour and powders and all kinds of stuff on your skin if you don't have it really hydrated, especially in the winter. So I just got this stuff, obsessed. This is not what's freaking me out, this is what's helping. Best Damn Beauty Oil and Best Damn Facial Spray. In it to win it. It's Nicole Guerrero, she's like a super famous YouTuber. Obsessed. So used those first, and then always my Bobbi Brown eye cream. Like, hello. Okay, so we have that on, and now I'm going to show you the part that kind of freaks people out. So this is the highlighting portion. My two favorites to use would be MAC if you want something that's a little bit higher end. It doesn't crease as much on me, but this one actually does really well too. This is from the drugstore, Maybelline Instant Age REwind, and I'm going to use this one just because it's easier to show people how to get the exact shape, because there's already a little spongy guy on top. So you just click a few and then start under your eyes. So we want to draw a triangle. I'm using, this is the color Light Pale, shocking. So we're going to put this under the eyes. So you want to take it right into the corner there, under your lash line, and then out past your cat eye or whatever your thing is right there, and down in a triangle shape. So you can see the difference one eye versus the other. I always tell people this triangle shape is very important, because when you just put color right underneath your eye, the point of the highlighter is to bring something out, to bring focus to it. So if you're only putting this like to cover up a dark circle or a bag, it's just going to show that area and accentuate it, which is kind of the whole opposite point of this story. So both sides go through here. This sponge makes it super easy. And make sure you take it up in this corner too, because everyone has that vein right there that makes it a little dark and gloomy in there. So got that baby on there, and then I always just take something fast and go up like this. So you don't want to just put concealer under your eyes. That looks unnatural, and granted, you know, nothing I'm doing looks natural today, but we want to balance. So that's why we take a little bit in here, a little in there, and then I'll draw a little up in here too. Because you want it to look like your face but better, basically, right? That's the whole point of makeup. So I'm going to show you a lot of steps. Like I always say, pick and choose what works for you. You don't have to do this full shebang. I do this every day. Like I'm one of those freaks that loves makeup. I'm a professional makeup artist. Hi, if I didn't do this, that'd be kind of strange. So don't feel the need to have to do this all the time. Anyways, moving on. I'm going to go use my beauty blender. I got this under the sink. Squeeze it about 15 times, really wring it out, and then run it in a towel too, so it's wet in theory, but it's not like slob kebab slopping off. So then you just push that into your skin. And this is really great, especially in the winter, well, especially always for me because I'm dry, but it just like pushes hydration into your skin. So push, 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 and then you just want to blend this in. You just want this to look all blended, no lines. So I always use the back side of it like I'm doing on these bigger surface areas or like down my nose. And then I'll take the skinnier portion and go in the corner. Hi, my hair is just bugging the life out of me. There we go. So in the corner here, here, along the nose, and just kind of, okay, like I'm just staring in the mirror there, as you can tell, but I am just making sure that everything is rubbed in. So brighter under here, a little darker here. Hi, beautiful, great. So I'm super dry, so like I said, I've been loving this Best Damn facial spray. Spritz this all over. Add some hydration back into my skin, some antioxidants, some of this great, you know, vitamins and minerals for your skin before I set. Because the whole goal for me is to not look like a hot, dry, cakey mess. So I always use a translucent. I'm just setting what I've already done. I do the work with the liquid and then just set everything in place with the powder. So Laura Mercier, hi, I spilled that everywhere. Laura Mercier tinted, get this together. Laura Mercier translucent loose powder or MAC translucent pressed powder. Whatever you prefer, whatever's easier. If you're keeping it in your purse, the MAC one's probably easier. And then I'll just take a brush and set everywhere I put concealer. So we're going to go in and contour highlight with powder products today because that's just easier. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. So for me, being dry, I only want to set the concealer. I don't need to powder up my entire face because then I'm just going to add powder on top of powder on top of powder, and I'm just going to look super dry and ugly. Deep thoughts. Okay, so we did that, and now I like to take something that is matte to contour with. So Benefit's Hoola Bronzer, you see me use all the time, and it comes with this little nugget right here that's really easy, handy to use. Today I'm going to use a brand new one that I haven't used before. So this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Looks like this. Smells like chocolate. There's real cocoa powder in it, so give that a whiff. Okay, so I'm going to take that brush that comes in the Hoola. I like this because it's flat. You can see it like this. And so you want to start at the top of your ear and draw a little bit, start to go down. Start at the top because wherever you put color, that is what is going to deposit the most color. So starting there, and then you don't want to go past really like the corner of your eye here. Don't go past that. Start out slow, baby steps. I'm putting a lot on here to show you guys, and because this is what I do every day, so I know what I'm doing. But start out really slow. Start out with a really light one, just see how you like it. What we're trying to do is carve out a cheekbone. So as you can see, hi, that looks really dark. It doesn't look that dark in person. These lights are just hot white. So drawing that on there, and then I'm gonna take whatever's extra, draw a little, why do I keep saying draw? It's really strange. Put, brush, deposit, put some on top of your forehead, right along your hairline. And then I like to, this is for, you know, my plus size girls, like myself, take a little and start to carve out that jaw, girl. give a little shadow and then take it down. You always want to go a little bit behind your ears if you're going to do this. Just a little tip of the trade here. Look, I'm going to look in the viewfinder for this one. One here, and then start to bring it down. So this might look a little bit like cray cray right now. Don't you worry, honey bunny. Bring it down the neck, and then I'm just gonna, I'm not adding any extra product. I'm just taking this brush and kind of going back over what I already did to buff it in. Give yourself that bronze. So then I like to take something shimmery, because how many times can I mention this in a video? I'm really dry. So I like to use shimmery products. If you're an oily person, you might not want to do this, just depending on how comfortable you are with the shimmer. And I take a stippling brush like this, or anything where the color's a little diffused. This baby's old, so it's like, don't mind how crazy it looks, but it's my favorite, and I don't like to switch from it because it's just my favorite. It's my ride or die brush for like the last forever. So I just like to go over that area and shimmer that up a little. So we're just bronzing, going under here, taking it on here. God, this is hard to just like talk and not voice it over. Gotta be on your A game. I don't feel that way today. Okay, so did that, baby, and then we are gonna move on to blush. So just taking, so I did a really dramatic eye today, obviously, and just gonna take like a lighter, softer blush and just put it right on top here. I don't want this to be too competitive with the eye, since the eye is that deep, sparkly green, super smoky. So this is just a peachy pink, kind of softer color. And you have you could do a few different things here. So just brushing that away, not adding extra. So I always tell people, if you feel insecure about how much blush you're doing, or like basically this whole area, you can never blend it out too much. So taking that stippling brush again and just going back over everything you just did. Just like with your eyes, you cannot blend your face too much. We just want to keep going in there so that everything looks pretty. And then if you really want that shimmer all over, I will go over my blush with this Mercier Shimmer Brick. Or if you just want to highlight on the tops of your cheeks, something like this. This is a color by The Balm. It's called their Merry Luminizer. I'm just going to do my old standby today of my Laura Mercier, that first one I showed you, and go right on top. Super shimmery. I love me a shimmer look. Year round, honey. Just that dry skin loves to look shimmerific. So I do my makeup like this anyways, by the way. Like, do my eyes first, brows, face, and then I'll go back in and complete the eyes. So this is how I like to do stuff anyway. So people always ask me how, why, what the logic is. Just how I do, girl. This is how I do. Okay, so we are gonna go back in, finish our eyes. Okay, so basically feeling good, loving life right now. Not too hard, right? Like, once you get in the groove of the steps, it's no big deal. So then I just finish off and then even lighten it up more with my very favorite NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. This is the color that if you've ever come to see me as a client, as a friend, as an anybody, I'll at some point probably talk to you about Creme Brulee. It is my ride or die, love of my life. Not really, that's dramatic, but I really do like it. And then I think I just need to finish up with mascara here. So find steps and looks and things that you can bang out really quickly so that you look polished and put together and like you didn't just roll out of bed, but maybe you did. So hey, best of both worlds. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave comments, questions, anything below. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button below. I'll have all my products listed that I used on my face, including my eyes. Everything that you see in this video listed down below. So thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. This really is my this would be an everyday look for me. I know that sounds probably obnoxious and stupid, but I do roll up to business meetings in this exact outfit with this hair going to prom. Boop.